Christmas party. I understand why we're all a little late. What a wonderful time. Thank you, Kate and Maria, for hosting us yesterday. Our opening song will be a Christmas song, The First Noel. Please help me sing with Amy, my sister, Amy with Laughlin.
Yes.
The First Noel.
I just gotta get the familiar ready.
Our dear Dennis couldn't make it today. A little too much last night.
First Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night, and was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east, beyond them far, and to the earth it gave a great light, and so it continued both day and night. Everybody, Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel, and light of that same star, 3 wise men came from country far to seek for a king. Was their intent, and to follow the star wherever it went. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Born is the King of
Fast today.
We have any newcomers today. We have some that are return people. Anyone care to introduce themselves today? Some people are.
I will.
Yay!
I don't need a mic. I'm Mark Wins. This is my wife, Debbie Knight. It's my second time here. It's her first, so we're glad to be here. We were at the party last night. Thank you, Maria and Kate, for a wonderful party, and just such great energy at the party, and I feel it today, too.
Great.
From Jeff City, Wilkes. He's from about 5 miles from here.
Wait, who are you?
Jeff and Cindy Wilkes.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi.
Welcome. Hey. One of Amy and I's best friends is in the audience as well. She's playing shy today, but Tracy is here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I showed up late, I'm sorry.
No,
This is my first time.
It's not your first.
Some music.
It's a privilege to have you guys, all of you, with us today. So let's say our welcoming statement together. We love you, we bless you, and we welcome you. And now, I also want to thank Odie von Lustitz for bringing the beautiful flowers today. she does her own arrangements, so I just think it's such a gift. Thank you, Odie, for taking that care.
Wow.
So today, Christmas, we're going to talk about Advent again. Christmas represents the divine child born in each one of us. And the divine attributes we can develop as we learn to express our God nature in human form. As the holiday season approaches, Advent is a time of reflection. Advent guides us to explore what Christmas means to us personally and to discover that the greatest gift that we can give our family, our friends, and the world is ourselves, our true selves. Advent has been seen as an exploration of faith, in an inner search of the mind and of the heart. It's a time of reflection and affirmation, with each week represented by a theme. The first week of Advent, we lighted the candle that represented faith and hope, that we are the expression of God, that there is no separation. And then the second week, we light the candle representing peace. That by knowing who and what we are, that brings peace to ourselves. And then we can give that peace to the world. It just happens naturally when you are showing up as peace. And then the third week, the last week, we were to focus on love. Giving and receiving love. How many of you remembered that and kept that present all week long? Good job. And then this week we are to focus our attention on joy. We started that last night. The Advent candle for joy reminds us of the spiritual truth of this season. And sometimes things seem dark. Joy can come in unexpected places, and it can come in small packages. Children remind us of the joy of playing, giving, learning, and loving unconditionally. In the presence of such joy, our inner child can awaken our Christ nature, and then the Messiah in us is truly born. So our opening prayer this morning will be delivered by Reverend Julia Norton. So let's begin to put ourselves in that state of inner reflection.
Good morning.
Good morning, Julia.
Close your eyes and go within to that deep space that God is, that we are. We know the truth is there. We see the truth, we hear the truth through the words today. And we carry that truth forward into our lives as we bless everyone that we meet with a smile, handshake, hug, however it is. We know we enjoy life with this joy in our hearts, in our minds, in our souls. And we listen to the words and the songs today as they go within and through our whole bodies. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Mother, Father, God, and so it is.
And then Odie will read the daily word for today, which is joy.
Good morning, my joy-filled family church.
Good morning, Odie.
What a perfect word for today after the wonderful, joyful party we experienced last night. I'm still feeling it. So yes, today's word is joy. Joyfully I celebrate my oneness with God. As the three wise men followed the star to Bethlehem to greet the newborn child, I follow my inner light and discover Christ within. As I approach the conclusion of Advent season, I realize that this, rather than material goods or creature comforts, is the source of my joy. The Christ within is part of me that is always one with God. Omniscience, omnipotence, omnipresence. When I face challenging times, I can draw from that inner wellspring of joy, my foundation of irrepressible strength and fortitude. I have within me the power to overcome any challenge. This day, this moment, I am joy-filled and I celebrate the overflowing blessings of my divinity. And from Matthew 2, verse 10, when they saw the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy.
When Amy was looking for Christmas music, she came across Ave Maria. And I said, well, in all my years of singing in unity, we never acknowledged Mary. Not really. So I don't know. But it's the one time of the year that how can you not acknowledge the mother of the Christ? And so,
Well, because the talk was about the gifts,
right.
I thought that was her gift to all of us, Jesus, right? So I
Yeah.
think we can make an exception this time. And I can't do this one alone, so we used to do this one together at special occasions.
And it is in Latin, so what does it mean?
Well, I don't know, but before it was all about the Benedictus and Fructus, and I was like, what the heck is that? But it is the Hail Mary. It's the Hail Mary.
The angel appeared to Mary and said, "Blessed are you among women."
Yeah.
It was the first time she knew she was going to birth the child.
So it is enlightening when you do know what actually is being sung. So this is our version of that.
So perhaps go within. We are all one. So we are all married, all of us. So put yourself in that position of the angel coming. The angel's coming to tell her a message. Okay. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena. meditation, again by Reverend Julian Martin.
If you haven't already, go ahead and close your eyes. Become a part of the seat. Just let it hold you. Breathe in, breathe out. On the next breath in, say, God is. On your exhale breath, say, I am. God is. I am. And the next breath in, God is love. Exhale, I am love. God is love. I am love. And the next one is God is peace. I am peace. God is peace. I am peace. God is compassion. I am compassion. God is compassion. I am compassion. God is health. I am health. God is health. I am health. God is whole. I am whole. God is whole. I am whole. God is joy. I am joy. God is joy. I am joy. God is. I am. God is. I am. We know God is within us as we share this with the world. Happy Christmas week. So it is.
So now we're going to sing Blessing to the World, a unity song written by Karen Drucker. Each week we're going to introduce some New Thought unity songs. So if you don't know it, you'll catch it fairly quickly. Barb, did you?
I'm having a little trouble hearing you. I don't know why.
Oh.
Could you turn my mic up, Amy, please?
Yes, it was 1 second, I had to take it off. To replay
It's like it's not clear.
1 quick second.
So
Sorry.
it's you are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth.
That's much better.
And who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world.
Wow.
That's in oneness, in the spirit of oneness. Anything that you do to bless another blesses all of us, because we're one. It works the other way too. If you harm someone, we harm each other. We harm ourselves. So,
We ready?
yep. We do. You are the heart, I am the heart, we are the heart. Drop into that space of oneness.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth. And who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. I is the next one. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth. And who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. We are. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth. And who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world. We are the voice of spirit on earth. And who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world.
Just getting to know our track. So, how many of you remember the theme for December? A December to
Remember.
December to remember by sharing in the sweetness, the sacredness, and the holiness of this time of year in new and empowering ways. So our theme for today is, what gifts will you give? And I do mean that literally. What gifts will you give? There's an external and an internal component to that question. And we'll look at them both this morning. But before that, let me share with you one of my favorite stories about a holiday gift. Once upon a time, there was a minister who enjoyed a little nip now and then and had a particularly strong taste for a specific type of spirit, peach brandy. Joe, one of his congregants, knew about this, and he would make him a bottle for Christmas every year. One year, when the minister went to visit Joe, hoping for his usual Christmas present, he was not disappointed. But this year, Joe put a condition on the gift. He told the minister that he had to thank him for his peach spirits from the pulpit next Sunday. The minister hurriedly agreed and left. The week went by in a flurry of activity. Boy, don't I know that. And he forgot his agreement. The next Sunday morning, however, just as he was making his grand march to the platform to give his riveting message, he suddenly remembered that he had to make a public announcement that he was being supplied alcohol from a member of the church. It's a bit touchy, I'd say. And there sat Joe right in the front row. He had a huge grin on his face because he was just waiting to see what the minister was going to do. The minister stepped up to the lectern and he said, "Before we begin, I have an announcement. I would very much like to thank my friend Joe for his kind Christmas gift of peaches and for the spirit with which he gave them." So we will talk today about the spirit of gift giving. So let's begin with an external look. So we might all want to take a breath, because remember, the role of the minister is to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. There was a family circus cartoon in the paper that really addressed what I want to look at this morning regarding an external portion of the holidays. Jeffrey is looking through a filled to the brim toy box and says to his sister Dolly, "I'm checking my inventory so I can start writing my Christmas list." Doesn't that say a lot about how we approach this season often? What stuff am I going to buy for people? And what stuff do I want? The question I want to pose this morning is, do we really need that much stuff? And if you want to have an eye-opening look at all of our stuff, I invite you to go online and watch the video, The Story of Stuff. Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah, look it up on YouTube. You can find it there. The Story of Stuff. So what if we quit, or at least made a conscious decision to lessen buying stuff for people or requesting stuff from people this holiday season, and gave those gifts that were more meaningful and had a cascading blessing on our local community and our environment? And last year, Tracy had us donate to, instead of giving gifts to her children, she had us donate to an organization. There is a program called Green Faith that offers support to spiritual communities in becoming more conscious stewards of Mother Earth. They recently put out some words of wisdom about this idea, and I really like them, and I want to share them with you. No time of the year is more emotional than the holiday season, whether you're bursting with joy of baking and caroling or overwhelmed with the stress of shopping and wrapping. But even with all of those other factors weighing on your mind, it's possible to put a green spin on your holidays. Simple tips and easy substitutions mean that you can come through the season without leaving a massive carbon footprint. Start with your gift list, where going green can mean anything from simply buying fewer gifts. The too cluttered shelves at your giftee's house will thank you, we promise. To finding fair trade alternatives to holiday classics. Look for recycled paper goods like cards and wrapping. Green your Christmas dinner with seasonal, local ingredients and organic turkeys. Look for green greens for your home by choosing fresh wreaths and pesticide-free trees trimmed with energy-slashing LED lights. But most importantly, keep in mind that the holidays are not about gifts, the errands, the trimmings. They're about celebrating with your family and your friends and appreciating the blessings in your life. We happen to think that Mother Earth is one of those blessings. So put these tips to work to help keep it that way, please. Here are some eco-friendly, non-toxic local gifts that will leave no carbon footprint. Donations to environmental, animal rescue, or other organizations that you believe in. Did you know that according to researchers at the University of Oregon, knowing your money is going to good cause activates that same pleasure center in the brain associated with the basic needs like food and shelter and social connection. So it really, literally does feel good to support causes that you believe in. So what about a gift card from a local restaurant or coffee house, gift shop, etc.? And here's my final, completely eco-friendly, easy to give, no wrapping required gift idea. It comes in the form of a little poem. It has no moving parts, no batteries, no monthly payments, and no fees. It's inflation-proof, non-taxable. In fact, it's quite relaxable. It can't be stolen. It won't pollute. One size fits all, do not dilute. It uses little energy, but it yields results enormously. Relieves your tension and your stress. Invigorates your happiness. Combats depression. It makes you beam. And elevates your self-esteem. Your circulation, it corrects without unpleasant side effects. It is, I think, the perfect drug. This Christmas, my friends, gift a hug. The Fillmores, our Unity founders, associated the season with strength and peace, light and joy, and the giving of gifts. However, Myrtle Fillmore, in How to Let God Help You, her book, cautioned against overdoing on the gifts. Specifically cautioned against overspending. It would be more in conformity with the Christ spirit to use the time in sending out to our friends the joyful thoughts that come spontaneously from the Christ. From that Christ love within us, she wrote. The gift is but the symbol of what we desire for our friends. Isn't that lovely? In a 1936 Unity magazine column, Christmas, its scientific meaning, Charles Fillmore said that the three wise men bringing costly presents to the young child represented the outpouring of the stored up riches of the subconscious rushing to add their reserve of wisdom and experience to the upbuilding of the new body through the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. It was in 1917 when Charles Fillmore said, we can experience more peace and happiness during the holiday season by helping others to understand the true meaning of the birth of Christ within themselves. So there you have it, your marching orders. So now let's focus on the internal components. To what gifts will you give? The Persian poet Khalil Gibran wrote, you give but little when you give of your possessions. It is when you give of yourself that you truly give. So here's a powerful example of a gift of self. It was in 1938, a man named Robert L. May, depressed and broken, stared out of his drafty apartment window into the chilling December night. His 4-year-old daughter, Barbara, sat on his lap, quietly sobbing. You see, Bob's wife, Evelyn, was dying of cancer. Little Barbara couldn't understand why her mommy could never come home. Her sadness brought waves of grief for Bob, and also waves of anger. It had been the story of Bob's life. Life always had been difficult for Bob. Small as a kid, Bob was often bullied by other boys. He was too little at the time to compete in sports. He was often called names he'd rather not remember. From childhood, he never seemed to fit in. He was always different. He was the odd boy out. But he did complete college. He met and married a wonderful girl named Evelyn, whom he deeply loved. And he was grateful to have a job as a copywriter at Montgomery Ward during the Great Depression. Then he was blessed with his daughter Barbara. But it was all short-lived. Evelyn's bout with cancer stripped them of all their savings. And now Bob and his daughter were forced to live in a 2-room apartment in the Chicago slums. Evelyn died just days before Christmas. Bob struggled to give hope to his child, for whom he couldn't even afford to buy a Christmas gift. But if he couldn't buy a gift, he was determined to make one. So he wrote a storybook for her. Bob had created an animal character in his own mind and had often told the animal story to little Barbara to give her hope and comfort. Again and again, Bob told the story, embellishing it with more and more each time he told it. The story Bob May created with his own autobiography in fable form. The character he created was a misfit, an outcast, like he was. Anyone could probably guess in this room what the name of the character was. A misfit that everyone made fun of. Little reindeer named Rudolph.
Oh, no.
He had a red shiny nose. Bob turned his oral story into a storybook, and just in time to give it to his little girl on Christmas Day. But we, of course, know that the story doesn't end there. The general manager of Montgomery Ward caught wind of the little storybook and offered Bob May a nominal fee to purchase the rights to print the book. Wards went on to print Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and distributed it to children visiting Santa Claus in their stores. By 1946, Wards had printed and distributed more than 6 million copies of Rudolph. That same year, a major publisher wanted to purchase the rights from Wards to print an updated version of the book. In an unprecedented gesture of kindness, the CEO of Wards returned all the rights of the book back to Bob May. As you know, the book became a bestseller. Many toys and marketing deals followed, and Bob May, now remarried with a growing family, became wealthy from the story he created to comfort his grieving little daughter. But the story doesn't end there either. Bob's brother-in-law, Johnny Marks, made a song adaptation to Rudolph. Though the song was turned down by such popular vocalists as Bing Crosby and Dinah Shore, it was recorded by the singing cowboy, Jeanne. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was released in 1949 and became a phenomenal success, selling more records than any other Christmas song with the exception of White Christmas. The gift of love that Bob May created for his daughter so long ago kept on returning back to bless him again and again. Now, I didn't tell you that story to make you feel the sweetness of the moment. Remember, that's one of our goals this month. Nor did I tell you that story to make you sniffle, although I may have done that. And I didn't tell you that story because it's a beautiful physical demonstration of the internal component to this morning's topic. what gifts will you give? I want us to contemplate for a few minutes together here what it means, what it looks like, and what it feels like to be the gift. So I ask you now to close your eyes and see in your mind's eye a beautifully wrapped Christmas present. Perhaps it's wrapped in gold. Perhaps it sparkles and shimmers. Perhaps the paper has a pattern. Maybe not. Maybe it's wrapped in that kind of material that seems translucent and yet contains all the colors of the rainbow and more. My guess is that every gift that is being imagined in this moment is different from any other one. But each one is beautiful in its own way, exquisitely beautiful, because it represents the outer expression of God, of each one of you. You are the outer expression of God. You are the beautifully wrapped gift of God. You represent, present God in this world. But you are more than a shiny, pretty package. Because as beautiful as that is, the inside is ever more glorious. So open the package now and see that the gift is filled with the light of God, the energy of God, the power of God, the love of God, the abundance of God, the peace of God. Inside is all that is. Recognize this box as you, inside and out. You are a gift. So, my friends, bring to this holiday season the greatest gift you can. The gift of you, your heart, your love, your ideas, your creativity, your sweet, sacred, and holy presence. And when you do, the holidays will be just that, sweet, sacred, and holy. And so it is. And now it is time for our offering. And so we bring to mind this gift. This is truly a gift too. This is part of us. The gift that we give to the church as a tithe or as a donation. That's our energy pouring into this church. So in light of what we just said about who you are, when you give from that place, that's when the gift multiplies and makes a difference, not just here in this room, but everywhere, because you are giving from that spirit of oneness and from the God, the highest truth of who you are. And it multiplies in that spirit. So let's say our offering together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I am so blessed. Thank you, God. And now we will sing, I am so blessed, I can Drucker. We do have a basket on the table, the red basket on the table that you can place your donation if you'd like. Many of us now donate online at unityofsunlakes.org. Right? It's been a while, yeah.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I give. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
And our prayer offering gratitude. Amy's pulling double duty today.
Oh, well.
We give thanks.
There we are.
There we go. Good job. Together, we give thanks for these many blessings of today and know they are a symbol of the inexhaustible substance of the universe. I give thanks that 10 times this much or more is now on its way to me and quickly manifests in perfect ways. Thank you, God. And now our announcements today. We do need a prayer partner volunteer. Could someone volunteer from our prayer team to do prayer in the back? Julia. Thank you, Julia. I appreciate you. She'll meet you in the back if you would like personal prayer. And then Crochet and Knitting Club. Laura, did you want to say anything about that yet? Dennis usually does. Do we have days?
No, we're just, yeah, I don't think I need it. Okay. We're just trying to find out who may be interested in learning how to knit or crochet. I crochet, Dennis knits. But we're planning on having the meetings at my house, which is like 5 minutes from here. And we haven't decided on a day. We're just trying to find out who's interested, and then we'll definitely go from there. And crochet is my therapy. I just love it. I'm constantly making things and constantly finding places to donate them or give them. So if you're at all interested, please sign up.
Thank you. There's a sign-up sheet on the back table. We also need someone to volunteer to do the meditation on Sunday, Christmas. So if anyone is interested, let me know. And there's a sign-up sheet also in the back. And then our prayer team meeting every Wednesday at 10 a.m. But are we not having one this week?
Yes, we will.
We will have one this week. Wonderful. And then the Reiki Share Group meets every Tuesdays at 9:30. If you'd like to be plugged in, Betty can hooked you up. Our musician next week is Dennis. Again, we'll be having Christmas music. And Kate has an announcement.
So I have two announcements. One is somebody left this from the gift giving last night. If you
No, that was in front of me, actually.
That was in Dennis's sock that he crocheted.
Oh, that's Diana's.
So it's Diana. Well, it was very tempting to keep it, but that would not be in the spirit of Christmas.
I like it too.
And on behalf of Marie and I want to thank everybody for coming. It was really a joyous celebration, and I'm sorry that we didn't get you there too. But it was really fun, and we enjoyed it. Now, the board has decided that we need to hear more from you. I think one day from the lectern I said something about that. So we have surveys for you. And I am going to pass these out. I have you take some of them. I didn't want to do it early because I didn't want you to be distracted. But we need you to please complete these as thoroughly as you can. You will see that some of them are essay questions. Some of them are yes and no's. But if you need to add paper to it, that's fine, do so. But please, please take some time during this next week. We'll wait, maybe 2 weeks to get them back. But we really do care about how you feel about the church and what your opinions are on things. So please fill them out. We will be emailing a version as well for the people who might not be in attendance today. And if we need more, I can print some more. But please do fill them out. That's imperative, so we can know exactly how we're doing and what your needs are.
I had two.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will. Definitely want to hear from you. Anybody else have anything else? Next Sunday we will be meeting here at 9:30 for church on Christmas Day. We'd love to have anyone who wants to celebrate Christmas. It's going to be a beautiful occasion. Odie?
Oh, just remind about starting in January.
Yeah, reminding at 10 o'clock. Our services are going to start at 10 o'clock in January, not 9:30.
If we come for Christmas, will we get gifts?
Yes, gift of her.
In light of what we just talked about,
I
better believe it.
I couldn't resist it.
There's a lot of love in this room, I'll tell you. Laura?
What do we do with this survey? Once
Bring
we-
it back.
Okay.
We'll have a place for it. You just bring it back, and as it says on there, you don't have to sign it if you don't want to. It doesn't matter. But just bring it back to church next week.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of important. What do you do?
Good question. All right, then let's all stand and we'll sing our final song, Christmas song today.
I just had a tiny tidbit. I was always wondering as a kid what was up with the eggshells all the time. And so it's in Excelsis Deo. Nothing to do with eggshells. Just in case anybody else ever thought that one. So, and it means glory to God in the highest. Okay, just so you know. I did. I was sleeping in catechism class. Okay, so here we go.
Hold.
Here we go. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria.
power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Amen. Happy Christmas, everyone.